Let the bot battle begin. Crypt, wary of breaking in half, is going with an overcutter configuration and is just barely scraping the top of Biohazard. And Biohazard gets a lift in, but can't really capitalize. Another hit for little tap from Crypt, and he's really not doing anything, and Biohazard can't get that lifter underneath, flipping Crypt over. He's trying to get him down the pit. And he does!
Knockout.
Crypt wanted to not break in half, and they definitely didn't break in half. Well, they also didn't hit Biohazard either, and Biohazard, once they got in that area, quickly flipped them over and then put them fully, or nearly fully, into the pit. Let the bot battle begin. Reticle spins up, and there's a big hit on Embossed. Embossed takes the hit and then almost gets thrown to the screws. Embossed is not doing anything whatsoever to Reticle at this point, and the extension on that flipper has come off. Embossed now just a kind of a blob with wheels at this point. Reticle doing severe damage early. Ooh, big hit there from that quad bar. That's what I'm calling it. It's a quad bar. Deal with it. And there's another big shot that sends Reticle into the wall. Half the time, Reticle isn't even taking any knockback from these hits. And there's another tap, and again. Massive blows landed by Reticle. And Embossed does not have a counter at this point in time. Roll up is to try and flip Reticle, but they just keep getting sent flying. 2 hard shots in a row. This is getting nasty. Reticle was just beating the crap out of Embossed. But Embossed is one guy okay. Embossed showing off its power by throwing itself into the air. Oh, and Reticle just knocks them into the wall. This is an absolute massacre. Now Embossed is in the corner. This is very bad news. Oh, and the wheels have come off of Embossed. Reticle toying with him now. He's taking his first win of the season, and Embossed falls to a treacherous 0-2. At the very start, this was a terribly unfair fight. Reticle just sent Embossed flying time and time again, broke off the tip of that flipper, and just kept throwing them around the arena. Embossed's one flip attempt ended up throwing itself in the air more than anything, and Reticle eventually hit them into that corner near the screw motor and ripped the wheels off for a dominant knockout win. Let the bot battle begin. 2 Robot Wars robots fighting for a 2-0 record. And we're really getting advanced, but look at that! Aftershock has already bent in Eruption's flipper, and that would be catastrophic. And there goes the entire weapon. Aftershock is cleanly dominating this fight. Gets around to the back of Eruption. And is looking to do some serious damage. There goes a big chunk out of Eruption. And oh, what a shot by Aftershock! More pieces flying, and this fight is already over. Aftershock taking a clean, very strong second win after their subpar performance in their first fight. Aftershock clearly knew what they needed to do. They bent that flipper in and took it out early, preventing Eruption from not only attacking Aftershock well, but also self-righting. They ripped off chunks from the back, they got around to the back very easily, and managed to flip Eruption. Let the bot battle begin. Both of these incredibly powerful on this map. Oh my goodness. Cobalt spins around, so is Eye of the Storm, but Cobalt ends up on his back. Eye of the Storm right to him, Cobalt repays him by slamming into him. There's another hit. This fight looking somewhat similar to, well, not really similar to Nemesis versus Retribution, actually. Not really at all. And there's a big shot sending both bots flying. And there's, oh! Cobalt is hitting and spinning by these hits. There's another one, but he is starting to get the better of these exchanges. Oh, and that hit was like a nemesis of his retribution. Eye of the Storm sent flying, but Cobalt on his Cobalt face plants. And now this fight is over with Eye of the Storm getting his first win of the season, and Cobalt dropping to 0-2.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Very first hit sent Cobalt breakdancing around the floor. Not the kind of move you want to do in the arena. And Eye of the Storm just kept landing big hits until Cobalt once again face planted, delivering a first win for Eye of the Storm and putting fan favorite Cobalt at 0 wins and 2 losses. Let the bot battle begin. Okay, Swampfang already throwing RedBlow in the screws. Swampfang has a much stronger 4-0 record. RedBlow barely beat Copperhead, and Swampfang annihilated Embossed, and now Swampfang is annihilating RedBlow. Complete control here at the beginning of this fight. RedBlow getting tossed around by the screws. Swampfang's lost the tooth with its grappler. And they are still completely in control now, using the weapon as a lifter on RedBlow. Wow, this is total domination from Swampfang. And he's grabbed him again. What can RedBlow do? RedBlow's lost a fork now. There's only one fork now that can get underneath Swampfang. And now Swampfang dragging him over to the pulverizer. There's a direct hit from that arena hammer, about as effective as the real life ones. And now there's a massive gap in RedBlow's defenses. Swampfang taking advantage and throws RedBlow out of the arena using the screws. Second time in a row he's done it, and this is going to be a great second win for Swampfang. Well, this was complete control from Swampfang. Absolutely dominating RedBlow, throwing him into the screws, also using the pulverizer to gain points, all before finally throwing RedBlow out of the arena. Swampfang having the season of his life right now. Let the bot battle begin. Sickle spins up and hits SMEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeee side of Smee. Not very much compared to fight. And now, oh, the cluster bot flips Smee over. Let's see how that plays into this fight. And now, let's see if well, Hammer's wedge is now really getting underneath Smee. Sickle landing some shots to the back of Smee, but that the widest bot in the competition taking the shots and now flipping Hammer over using the screws. Hammer flipped this whole right, and now, oh, now Smee is getting tossed into the screws. Is he stuck? Is Smee stuck? The screws are reversing, and you can see them working, trying to get those wheels out, but Smee is not coming out of there. And trying to trying to reverse and then re-reverse the screws to try and throw Smee out, but it's not working, and the countdown has started. Hammer and Sickle is going to take a bizarre first win.
2, 1, not yet.
Well, this one interesting. The clusterbots managed to flip Smee before Smee flipped one of the clusterbots. However, this left them in a terrible position as Hammer to put them onto the screws where they couldn't reverse Smee out of there. Let the bot battle begin. The largest bot in the competition versus the smallest one. And Chomp can't even hit Rusty with her hammer. The bot is so small. Well, and now they land their first hammer shot. But Rusty outwedging them, pushing them into the corner, grabbing onto that hammer mechanism with the rope, and now throwing Chomp into the screws. That behemoth is getting absolutely taken to town by the tiniest bot in this field. Oh my goodness. Chomp getting grinded down. Those legs can't be functioning right after this. And now Rusty, we're throwing it right back on and out of the arena. Rusty with an Uda victory over the biggest and heaviest robot in this competition. What did I just see? Rusty was able to get underneath, grapple, and put Chomp into the screws. And as soon Chomp came out, Rusty got right back underneath and threw them out of the arena. Let the final main event of the second round begin. Siege getting to the side of Thunderbolt, already nearly flipping them over. When Thunderbolt came to get underneath, yes he can. Oh no, Siege is on his back. Oh no, oh my goodness. Siege Engine nearly thrown out of camera range and now is split in half on one flip. Now Thunderbolt playing with its food now. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. That flipper is just so powerful. And there go the wheels again and again. The countdown has started on the battered corpse. Oh, wow. Siege Engine almost had Thunderbolt. They nearly flipped them over. They exposed their side to Thunderbolt's weapon, flipped, and that was pretty much the end. Thunderbolt launched them almost out of camera range, and then they landed hard on the left wheel, being split in half.